In 1985, 6 crew members on board a Soviet space station were doing their daily task when all of a sudden a cloud of very strange, orange gas started to fill the station. Now, over the past couple of days, the space station was plagued by a series of system failures, so the crew thought that there might be a fire on board. So the crew started to search like crazy in hopes that they could find and put this fire out. Then the space station lit up with a brilliant, blinding light. This light was so bright that the cosmonauts had to cover their eyes. Now, once this light died down, the cosmonauts saw 7 beings outside the space station, and they were just staring in disbelief. And they noticed that these beings had a very pleasant and divine-like smile on their face, and the cosmonauts just felt very calm and very safe. Now, these beings looked very similar to humans, but they were enormous. They had huge wings, and it looked like they had halos floating on top of their heads. Some of the crew members were convinced that these beings were angels. The cosmonauts decided to report this back to their superiors, and the Russian government was convinced that they must be experiencing some very strong delusions. Now, not too long after the sighting, more cosmonauts arrived on the Russian space station, and 11 days after their arrival, they too came face to face with these beings. Now, when the cosmonauts returned back to Earth, they had to undergo a lot of psychological and medical tests, and they all checked out. There was nothing wrong with them. Now, the Russian government made this sighting classified, and they told the cosmonauts never to speak of this, but it leaked and it made international news, making this one of the most amazing alien encounters or angel encounters that I've ever heard of. Now, not that long ago, a Hubble project engineer came forward and said that the Hubble telescope has been taking pictures of these huge flying beings for a very long time. John stated that whatever these beings are at least 20 meters tall, and when they spread their wings, it could be compared to a modern-day jetliner. John says that when these beings are captured by the Hubble telescope, they are classified by NASA right away. And just like the Hubble, the SOHO Observatory has caught many angel-like objects while observing the sun, and these photos are extremely interesting. But of course, there are tons of theories as to what they are. Now, it is believed that the United States astronauts do come face to face with these beings quite often, but as of yet, none have officially come forward. Well, at least in regards to seeing these angel type of entities, because I know there are some astronauts that have come forward about UFOs and such. But on July 29th, 2008, a retired spacecraft operator told the world what he witnessed on his 27-inch monitor at the Kennedy Space Station. Clark observed an alien being standing upright in the Space Shuttle payload bay, and this alien being was having a discussion with 2 tethered astronauts. Now, Clark observed this encounter in total disbelief for about 1 minute, giving him plenty of time to make out what he was seeing. And of course, Clark was not the only one who witnessed this, but he waited until retirement to come forward. Now, I'm not sure if this is the same alien being or angel-like being that the Russian cosmonauts came face to face with, but this is an amazing story that comes from a highly credible person that worked for NASA for 34 years, making us believe that NASA knows about these entities, and for whatever reason, they want to keep us in the dark. Until next time, this is Paranormal Junkie. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.